Yo, welcome back to the Feuding Bros show where we talk about everything football. We've been off for a couple of weeks, man. We've been off for a couple of weeks because of a happy event. Congratulations, Thierry, who just got married. How long has it been out? A week? Oh, man, congrats.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Yes, like you said, we've been out
Congrats,
for a little
congrats.
bit for a good event, for a happy event. So it was awesome to have so much family around, and yeah, it was a blessed day, blessed evening. We had a lot of dancing, a lot of fun, a lot of sweating. All my clothes were drenched at the end of the night.
My knees were done after that, man. I was like, oh, I ain't done that for a while. I was sitting there and I'm like, oh, I forgot myself.
Yeah, man. That's what it is. If you don't get that, then it didn't go well. So
That's right. That's right.
So
So,
yeah,
so
it was awesome. It was awesome, man.
yeah, very happy event, and everybody had fun. There was a lot of people that traveled over. It was just a blessed, like I said, a blessed
Mhm.
event. And hey, a week in, man, how does it feel like to be married? Finally, you were the last one in the fam.
I know, yeah. The last one, it feels good. It feels good, man. To especially to live together now, so I don't have to be ferrying from Tyler and stuff like that. So that's the main part, really. So yeah, but yeah, it feels good. Yeah, trying to get settled and yeah, get going, really.
Well, we wish you all the best in your wedding, in your union,
Thank you,
and
thank you.
just God be with you and with your wife and
Amen.
prosperity and many children that will bless you and
Amen. Amen.
make you happy in your new adventure.
Yes, yes, amen, amen to that.
You've put the rope around your neck now, so you're
I
done.
know. That's what I'm being
Uh,
told. Like, yeah, it's too late. You can't go back
Can't go back.
can't go back. All right, guys. So let's get back to our usual business. Yes, we have missed a couple of weeks uh, in the Premier League, but yeah, let's just just give a little review. We're about a third in the league right now, and I think it's a good, especially now it's international break. Another one. Thank God it's the last one of the year. We ain't got another one till March, so we have like a few months, 4 months of no international football. Thank God for that.
Yeah,
So we're
thank
just gonna do a quick review of what our predictions were, if we remember, and how the table is looking right now, how the teams are faring, and just go from there. So, guys, if you enjoy what we're doing here, please hit that notification bell, like, share, and subscribe. All right, let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it, and we're just gonna go down the table. And Liverpool, top of the table in the Premier League. What are your folks, guys?
Yeah, that's I will say that's the biggest surprise. I don't think anybody had them top, barely even top three. So this is really impressive, from Liverpool. Everybody thought they will struggle after Klopp left, and to everybody's surprise, it's not the case. They literally are looking a little bit. I wouldn't say better in terms of the way they play, but I will say more solid defensively, especially. They have conceded the fewest goals so far. It seems like Van Dijk and Konate, they're getting a big boost, from this system, from Slot especially, and yeah, I think things are looking up for them. They are on a good pace. They winning without necessarily playing great, and that's really all you want from your team. Now there's always the worry of, can they keep this up? Are they gonna slip up at some point? It's hard to see. It's hard to see, especially when the other top teams, namely City, has not got into gear just yet. So yeah, biggest surprise of the table so far, I would say.
For
Yeah,
sure,
man.
for
I mean,
sure.
I totally agree. I totally agree. They they've been a surprise. I mean, I think I had them like third or fourth, but I thought it was gonna be like I thought there would be like a best of the rest kind of thing. That it would be Arsenal and City again that kind of show that they're above everybody else, and then Liverpool is kind of that third team, that's kind of the best of the other teams in the league. But yeah, I mean they've done well. I mean they've done well. They've had some rough games where they somehow still manage to win and manage to maybe or get a draw or something like that. But they've also had some good games where they've dominated, especially the last game against Villa. Against Villa, they look strong against Villa. They look strong against Villa. To be fair, and Villa is a tough team to play. I know that was at home for Liverpool, but Villa is always a tough team to play. So yeah, I mean, big surprise. But maybe not as big as maybe we should have. I don't know. I don't even know how to put it, but maybe it's not as big of a surprise as it maybe is, because they were top, I think, until March last year. So they were in the title race last year. So maybe we kind of forgot about them a little bit. And they have a really strong squad. I think they have probably the second best squad in terms of squad. Maybe not the first team, the first 11, but in terms of squad, like they just have replacements everywhere for anybody that drops out. Yeah. And the level doesn't change too much. It doesn't drop too much. So especially up top. So I mean, it's been going great for them. We'll have to wait and see. I think with Liverpool, maybe the question is probably more, can they keep this up in March and in April when it's like everything is like important, every game is important? Like, can they hold their nerve at that time? But yeah, I mean, 5 points clear of City. I think it's 9 points from Arsenal. I don't think anybody expected that, at least after 11 games, for them to be that far ahead. But yeah, still a lot to play for, but they're definitely being a good surprise.
Yeah, guys. So you said it. You said it all, basically. They've definitely been a surprise. It's not my biggest surprise. We'll get to that later, but it's definitely a surprise to see them top and to not. The surprise is not them being top. It's just being top by that margin right now. I think that's the main thing right now, because, like you said, 5 points from City, and they've done the job. I personally haven't been impressed with some of the plays, but like Freddie said, they haven't been as explosive as they were under Klopp. But what they've been under Slot is just efficient, and solid in defense. When you think that Konate wasn't even a first teamer at the beginning of the season, and then he took a disastrous game from Kwanzaa for him to get in, and then he's never looked back since. Yeah. And it just Konate is just like that physical security there, and then you let Van Dijk do what Van Dijk does, right? And Van Dijk looks rejuvenated player, especially from last season. It just looks, I thought he was done from last season. I think we talked about it. We was like, this guy's a fraud. He's done. But I mean, this year he's come back and is looking as imperious as it's been. And Liverpool as a whole, I mean, they're doing the job. And one thing though, they've been one of the luckiest teams in terms of injury. When you see that other teams being decimated by injuries, yes, they've had Jota coming in and now. I mean, Jota is always going to get injured. I mean, this guy cannot play 3 games in a row, right? But apart from that, really, they've maintained that squad, and it's pretty much the same squad from last season. Yeah, and they're just going through the motions, and they're just doing it, and they are, slowly but surely being considered as contenders, good contenders. It's probably right now, maybe they're probably first or second favorite to win the league. So yeah, I mean, we'll see where that leads them, but I mean, Liverpool, they're just looking scary right now with the likes of Salah just coming up with something every week, and they just look solid, and they have that foundation. I believe they are the best defense in the league right now with like 6 clean sheets. And let's see how that goes. But like you said, Thierry, they started like this last year, like a train on fire, and then it tailed off in the end. I think the main thing for all these things when we're going to talk about is just going to be that January window and what people do to actually maintain the level or get better in terms of where they want to be. But yeah, the jury's still out for that. But so I haven't been totally impressed, but it is impressive for them to be there. So I think that's my verdict on Liverpool right now. All right, so let's move on to City, second in the league, and looking very lackluster in my opinion as well. I mean, this is probably the worst City I've seen in a long time,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
we're still waiting for City to to get started, to kickstart the year, but especially since Rodri has been out, it's just been a disaster. What do you think?
Yeah, that's facts. That's everything right there. Concerning City, and you can see that in the last few games they've played. Struggling heavily against oppositions, not being able to find answers as they usually do. Allen misfiring, very inconsistent with his goal scoring form. And that used to bail them out. Last season, Allen used to bail them out a lot. And obviously, as you mentioned just now, Rodri being the talisman and controlling games and always pushing for them wins, that is definitely missing. So, man, it's not a great City. Just looking at them and the way they're struggling against teams that usually they just roll past, it's very surprising. And the biggest question I will say is, are they running out of steam? They've done this for like the last 5 years, sitting at the top of the table and competing for the title. And are they running out of steam? Are they running out of inspiration? One thing I will say is that the summer window wasn't the greatest from them, especially having not replaced somebody like Alvarez to give them a second option up top. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. You don't want to rule them out, of course, because it's City. But man, where do they go from here? Where do they go from here? There's talks about Pep renewing his contract for an additional year. Maybe that's going to give them a boost. There's still the 115 over their heads. There's a lot going on at City at the moment, and I think that's transpiring onto the pitch as well. And we will have to see. We'll have to see if they can come back from this, because hey, let's be honest, nobody wants them to come back from this. So we're enjoying it for now.
Yeah, definitely. Nobody wants them to come back from this, and yeah, I agree with what you say. I feel like obviously you can't say it's only been 11 games, so we can't say it now, but. Is this the year? Is this the year where it kind of comes tumbling down? Because it always happens at some point. You can keep winning every year. Like every big team will have that 1 or 2 seasons where they just kind of fall apart a little bit and they have to start again and come back. So is this the time? And I feel like with City, there's just so many things that are just like, there's just so many things in the cloud. Like you said, the 115 charges. Which apparently I heard that they're gonna give a decision on the hearing soon. So
we've been hearing that though. Soon, I'll soon.
That's been said for over a year now.
Oh no, I mean like they've because they hadn't even started the hearing before. So now they've actually started it. Now they actually started it. So. Yeah. Well, yeah, like it is true. It has been a long time as well, so we don't know. Maybe soon is next year. Maybe it's next week. I don't know, but maybe that's all these things. I'm sure that like that's affecting the players. I mean, you have so much uncertainty about the clubs and so much uncertainty about the manager. Is he gonna go? Is he gonna stay? Yeah, I mean, I saw they got a new sporting director for next season because. The one they have right now, he's announced that he's leaving. So it feels like it's kind of coming to like the end of the road for City right now. So yeah, well, that is great for us. That's great for the league. We'll get somebody else to win. So that would be good. But yeah, they're definitely not playing well. Obviously, missing Rodri is a big thing, and you can't really replace him. But and they've also had a lot of injuries as well, to be fair to them. So we can't be too harsh for them on the playing side, but they've just been really bad. It's not even like freak results and stuff like that. They're getting beat like properly, like they deserve to lose the game. Like so, yeah, I don't know what Pep is
even some games that they won or drew, they were second best. I remember
Mm.
The game against Arsenal, it was a little bit complicated for them even with 10 men. And I remember against Wolves, they struggled
Yeah,
till the end.
Yeah,
And
big time.
Wolves,
yeah.
and they're going. Did they lose against bottom of the league? Yeah, that was Wolves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Well,
they've been struggling. Brighton as well. They struggled there. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they've been losing to teams that you just wouldn't expect, right? But having said that, they are still second. That's the thing.
yeah,
They are still second. And as bad as they've been, and mitigating circumstances as well. If you see the injury list is like, Foden's been in and out. De Bruyne, obviously Roger we talked about. Diaz has been out. Doku. There's so many players. There's so many
there are
players
many
that
players.
started last year. That are not in that squad right now.
Mm.
And when you have to play the likes of Nunes, it's just very bad signing for them. I don't know why it's doing that. When you have to play
You
them,
think he's been playing well for them? You don't think?
I think
right? But the level is what I'm saying is the level is dropped from the start. Basically, that's basically what I'm saying.
Mm.
A little bit, and I mean Kovacic as well, same bracket. I mean it's just a level down from what they have in midfield and that. But yeah, I mean the thing about City, like Freddie said, you can never rule them out. I think you're being a little bit harsh on Haaland, still top goal scorer. He did start with like a train on fire, dropped off a little bit, but it's just a pace that he could not. He was never gonna maintain. You know what I mean? But the guy still like, I think he's still like scoring, averaging like one goal a game. I mean that's way too much, man. You know what I mean? So. I mean, it's just Haaland. Yes, it's been struggling in some games, but it's still Haaland, still top goal scorer right now. And yeah, we'll see. I mean, City is City, man. I mean, they always look scary.